Hey, this is Rosa, RCG Kreations. How are you? Did you know? Here's another video. We just got this. What's it called? I don't know. We just got it.
It's a KitchenAid fresh prep slicer and shredder.
Okay. Here, let me show you the box. That's what the box looks like. That's what all came with it. We got it at Walmart. We did it mainly for cheese because we bought block cheese because cheese is getting kind of pricey.
But you have to use this with a KitchenAid stand-up mixer.
Okay, so there's a little mixer, but these are potatoes that I had already pressure canned. And we're making Au Gratin potatoes. So hubby's going to go ahead and turn it on. That's the last of the potatoes. We had 2 of the half-pint jars. It's just we're empty nesters, just the 2 of us. But see all the food that's in there. All he's got to do is scoop it out. You can hit the release button, right? And take it out?
Yeah.
He's going to show how to do the release button. Release it. Now be very, very careful because the blades are sharp. Don't do... Use a spoon. That's not good for the glass. But I wanted to show you. It did shred a lot of it. And I'm sure it's because the potatoes were mushy because they were pressure canned. But there's a lot of little slivers, which is what you want when you're making au gratin potatoes. See? See that? So, we're going to do this next with raw potatoes. But we don't have any raw potatoes. We got to wait till we go to the grocery store. The ones we had were in our formal dining room, which had no heat. So for 4 days they got frozen and they got yucky really quick. There we go. So anyway, this is the rest of it's kind of like a mush. But we're going to go ahead and make we're making dinner, pork chops, and we're going to have au gratin potatoes. So I'll bring you back when we get the potatoes are done, and you'll see what it looks like. And then we'll do a taste test. Okay, now we're going to grate some cheese. Okay, honey, we're ready to start. Do you remember how much cheese it was?
No, I don't.
It was 1 package. I don't know what package. I'll put it in the description box, though.
Put it on 4.
Put this on 4. Ooh, look at that. Nifty, nifty, nifty. I was going to get another one. We went ahead and cut it up in 3 pieces. But it looks really nice and shred.
You don't have to put a lot of pressure down, just a little light pressure.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Light pressure is all you need. You don't have to push hard.
Okay. Last piece, which is the same as the other one, so I'll bring you back when we go to the next phase. Wanted to show you that on the outside, when you take the part, there's pieces of long cheese. That's the standard where it gets caught in there.
Because that it's the heat.
Because of the heat of the metal.
The little left inside,
and then you just take it all out. But you know what? Since it's like this, I think someone has to eat it now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Very good, very good. Okay, we'll be back at the next phase. Okay, now we're at the stove and we are making the cream to go with the Au Gratin potatoes. I'm going to find me a different little spoon. Okay, so you get your butter and you're going to melt it. And once it's all melted, put it over medium heat because you don't want to get it too, you don't want to burn it. There's Tsp calls for onions, but hubby don't like onions, so we're not using onions, even though I love onions.
Nope.
Did you hear him? Nope. Nope. What was that, honey?
Nope.
Nope. No onions for him, which means no onions for me. Oh.
For you. I'm the cook anyway around here, so.
Yeah, he is the cook. I don't claim to be the cook. I'm learning. Was that humorous, mister? He said, no man, that walked away. Okay. Potatoes ready. Okay. We're going to mix in the flour. And of course, I will have all the... Oh, see, I'm a pig. I spilt it already. I'm going to stir, 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 stir. You want to mix all the butter with the flour. I'm going to turn this down. I think it's a little too hot. Okay. You want to put in some salt. I'm not going to add a whole lot of salt. I am not a salt person. Okay. You want to stir this for 1 solid minute. And stir, 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 stir all the way to the bottom so nothing scorches. Get all the little areas all the way around. And you want to stir, stir, stir for 1 minute. Okay, that's been about a minute. Then we're going to stir in the milk. Excuse the reach. It's 2 cups of milk. And we're going to stir, stir, stir.
What are you going to do?
Stir and stir. Stir in the milk. And we're going to cook this until the milk thickens. I'm going to add the heat. And it says to do all this on medium heat. I did like 5 different people recipes on. I googled it, I YouTubed it, and I took bits and pieces from 5 different people. The reason I did that was because I am a picky eater, and hubby is a picky eater. So we cook to enjoy our food, not just to nourish and strengthen our bodies. So I'm stirring, 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 because you don't want the milk to scorch. It should, I'm going to leave it right at medium heat. I'm doing it at the medium of my oven. This will take a little time. Yeah, it's still pretty liquidy. Yeah, pretty liquidy. I'll bring you back when it comes back to be thicker. Okay, I'm back. It took a couple minutes. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Sorry about that, but here it is. Hubby's going to finish it up. To double check, show him the milk thickness. See how it's thicker? Okay. You pour it all at one time, then mix, stir, stir, stir until the cheese melts. Get all the cheese in there. He skipped some cheese. You know, Frugal Rosa, y'all know my videos. So he's going to start to stir. It's not in the middle of the fryer, the burner. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just mentioning it's not in the middle of the burner. Oh, but look, I'm going to show you. See how it's all melting? That didn't take long at all. It said it'd probably only take 30 to 60 minutes. Once this is done.
This is good cheese. It melts good.
Once this is done, let me go get a pot holder and bring it to the table because we're going to line up my potatoes. Oh man, that looks pretty. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Okay, I'm going to bring you on over. I'm going to try not to go too fast. Over to here. Okay. Now you were supposed to coat your casserole dish with butter, but I use that butter spray pan. I like that. And you put a layer of potatoes in on the bottom. Then you're supposed to, typically you would put your onions, but since we don't have any onions, because hubby doesn't care for any, we're going to skip that part. So now I'm just scooping it all in. You want one layer of potatoes in here. Alrighty. Will you bring that cheese stuff over here, Pops? Okay, I think I'm ready. Yep, one layer. I'm gonna move this out of the way so y'all can see. Okay, we're just gonna spoon it all the way over. The whole thing goes on top. One layer, and then we put the rest of the potatoes. I can't hold the bowl because it's too heavy. Yeah, I'm going to spread it out, but I have to wait and pour all this in there. I can't pick it up. That's too heavy. Hubby's doing it. This is called teamwork. Teamwork. And we have all the potatoes. Okay. So now we're going to lay, this has been layered, we're going to make it an even layer. Now he's going to load the cheese all over the whole entire mixture. And then it's going to go in the oven. Typically you would put it in the oven for about an hour, hour and a half with raw potatoes, but since these are pre-cooked potatoes, all we're basically doing is heating everything together. So I'm going to just say 10 minutes and they'll be ready. Because the potatoes are already pre-cooked because they were pressure canned. So this is a nice time saver in making homemade au gratin potatoes if you're using your pressure canned potatoes. So this works out pretty good because it looks like it's going to work good. From now on I'm going to start. I did have some dehydrated au gratin potato slices, but we ate them. They were all gone. We didn't have any more left, so all we had was this pressure can pieces. Oh, I can see right in here some potato is sticking out because you want them. And of course, salt and pepper it to taste. But we mostly do that on your plate because I'm not a salt person. Hubby is, I'm not, and I don't do a lot of pepper. He does. Now we're going to put it in the oven. He's cooking the pork chops. We're going to have pork chops. But he's going to come and put this in the oven. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes and we'll be back. I'll bring you at that next phase when we're ready to take this potatoes out of the oven. Okay, the potatoes are out of the oven. We're letting them cool before we do a taste test, but Carl's going to show you how to put this thing together.
This is a KitchenAid artisan. Just a regular KitchenAid, but it's an artisan model. All the KitchenAids have this attachment, have this plug. This has been in there, from my understanding, since day one of the machine. They've always had this. Any kitchen attachment that KitchenAid makes will attach to this model. If it's from the 1900s, it'll still attach to this model. That's what they say. What I have here is our shredder. As you can see, there's the attachment that goes inside of here. You loosen this plug up, and you got a tab right there. As you guide it in, you just look for the hole and turn it, push it all the way in, and you'll see your tab is locked in right there. Then you just tighten this up. That's it. As far as your attachments go here, you slide them in. It's the same thing. Has a groove. If you look inside here, there's a groove. Okay. You slide your attachment in, turning it, pushing at the same time, it clicks in. That's it. If you want to release it, push the button down, pops it right out.
What button? What
Again.
button? Okay.
Right there. Again, slide it in, turn it, push it, and you hear it click. Now it's attached. Slide it out. And these
Pretty easy.
are pretty simple. They got a groove right here. Only goes one way. I call them idiot proof. That's what we call them where I work, idiot proof. And you got a smaller one if you want to put carrots or something small. You don't have to take the big one out as you're pushing. That's it.
Alrighty, I'm going to take you down to the potatoes. Okay. There's our chops that hubby grilled. And he grilled them and sauteed them in our jalapeno jelly syrup that I had pressure canned like several months ago. And there, can I have a spoon please? There is a the cheese. It's got some char areas, which I don't care for, but hubby does. Spoon. And we're going to do a taste test. A small spoon for a taste test. A small spoon for a taste test. Okay. He was getting a big spoon that's poured out on your plate. But this is awful hot. So I'm going to put that right there, let that cool a bit. But look, see how creamy it all is? It's extremely, extremely hot. He's going to go ahead and pour some on his plate. Yeah, and of course you season salt and pepper to your taste. You can have all the cruddy part. I don't like that part. I'll take the rest of that. Okay, here comes a taste test. It's very creamy, very cheesy. The potatoes are wonderful. They're totally cooked. Hubby, what do you think?
That's very good.
I'm going to show you his plate with his chops on it.
Very good.
You like the flavors? Like the taste? Just want to salt and pepper it and that's pretty much it?
You don't even like salt and pepper.
Ah, no salt and pepper. I didn't think it needed salt and pepper, so I'm not going to. Anyway, we thank you so much for watching. You take care. We'll see you at the next video. Oh, he's going to add the jalapeno jelly syrup to the top, and that's what I like to do as an extra flavoring. And it's yum, yum, yum. Thank you so very much. Let me show you a picture. Here is my jalapeno jelly. This is just a syrup. This is the last part, the last container part, where it was just syrup. No jalapenos. Just a couple little pieces. You can see them floating, but very little. But I like to use this to put on over your cooked meat for added flavor. And this is our first time trying it. Hubby simmered when he cooked them on the grill. Actually, not the grill, on the pan, because we're doing it here on the stove. And he put some syrup down, and then he laid the chops on top. Then he flipped them over and put some more syrup on top. Grilled them. Oh, man, they're yummy. They're not overly spicy. It's pretty much sweet. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. You have a good one. Take care now. Don't forget to hit like, share, and comment. Bye-bye.